don't give me orders! Ah! Hey, break it up!
That's the director's daughter!
Oh my God, I'm so sorry.
You'll regret this.
The hallway outside the emergency room was packed. Nurses rushed past with charts, stretchers rolled by, and anxious families waited for updates. In the middle of all the chaos stood Dr. Harris, one of the hospital's most senior physicians, known for his skill and his temper. Across from him was Maya, a young black nurse who had only been working at the hospital for a few weeks. She was calm, professional, and quietly confident, but Dr. Harris didn't seem to notice any of that. "I told you to prep room 3 10 minutes ago," he snapped, his voice echoing down the corridor. Maya kept her voice steady. "Doctor, room 3 is still being cleaned after the trauma case. I can't put a patient in there yet." Dr. Harris's face turned red. Several nurses and patients looked over. "Don't argue with me. Just do your job." "I am doing my job," she replied, "and I won't risk a patient's safety." That was the moment everything went wrong. In a flash of anger, Dr. Harris raised his hand and slapped her across the face. The sound echoed through the hallway. Conversations stopped. A nurse gasped. Someone dropped a clipboard. Maya didn't move. She slowly turned her head back toward him, eyes steady, one hand resting against her cheek. Around them, phones started to come out. A security officer at the far end of the hall began walking toward them. Dr. Harris looked around, suddenly realizing how many people were watching. You shouldn't talk back to a senior doctor," he muttered, though his voice had already lost its confidence. Maya crossed her arms. "You just assaulted me in front of the entire staff." Before he could respond, the elevator doors opened at the end of the corridor. Out stepped Director Reynolds, the head of the hospital. He was a tall, calm man in a dark suit, followed by 2 board members. The hallway grew even quieter. "What's going on here?" the director asked, his eyes scanning the tense crowd. No one spoke. Then a nurse whispered, "Dr. Harris, he slapped her." The director's gaze shifted to Maya. The moment he saw her face, his expression changed completely. "Maya, are you okay?" Dr. Harris frowned. You know her?" The director walked straight to Maya, gently placing a hand on her shoulder. "Of course I do. She's my daughter." A ripple of shock moved through the staff. Dr. Harris's face drained of color. "Your daughter?" Maya spoke calmly. "I didn't want anyone treating me differently. I wanted to earn my place here." The director turned back to Dr. Harris, his voice now cold and firm. "But instead, you chose violence." Security had reached them by then. Phones were still recording. "Dr. Harris," the director said, "you are suspended immediately, pending a full investigation. Turn in your badge." The doctor's hands trembled as he unclipped it. Moments earlier, he had been the most powerful person in that hallway. Now, he could barely meet anyone's eyes. As security escorted him away, the staff looked at Maya with new respect. She hadn't raised her voice, hadn't fought back, and hadn't used her family name to protect herself. She simply stood her ground. And in the end, that quiet strength changed everything.